So, good morning to one and all. So, today we are going to start a new topic of the structure analysis part, that is called kinematic indeterminacy. So, basically, kinematic indeterminacy, we are actually finding out what is the number of degree of freedom in a particular structure are there. Means earlier in static indeterminacy, we are finding what is the number of constraint are there in a particular structure. But as far as the kinematic indeterminacy part is concerned, in this we are actually finding out what is the number of constant are not present, means what is the number of unrestrained part in a structure, what is the number of unrestrained part in a particular structure. So kinematic indeterminacy, it is actually simply it is talking about the number of the degree of freedom. Okay, so kinematic indeterminacy or degree of freedom, we can define it as, so see, this is saying the number of independent components. So it is saying the number of independent components of joint displacement. Suppose a particular this is a cantilever beam is there. Okay, what is the, these are 2 points. Okay, 2 points of the beam. Here we can say what is the number of independent displacement of a particular joint. So this is suppose joint number 1 or this is joint number 2. Suppose I am taking the example of the joint number 1. This how many number of independent displacement can there be possible in this joint. So this joint can travel in linear, in vertical. So there is basically 2 translation, and in addition to that 1 rotation will be there. But here the restriction are there because it is constraint. There is a fixed support is there. So here is constraint there, so there is no independent displacement in support number, in this point number 2. Basically we are finding out the what is the number of degree of freedom in a particular structure, in how many ways the structure can be displaced from a fixed position with respect to a fixed position. Second point is talking about the number of unrestrained component of joint displacement. Also in kinematic indeterminacy or degree of freedom, we are finding out the number of unrestrained component of joint displacement, number of unrestrained component of the joint displacement. So kinematic indeterminacy structure if you talk about, if you want to define this one, so you can define if the displacement of the component of the joint of a skeletal structure mean very thin, their thickness we can neglect that one. So displacement component of joint of a skeletal structure cannot be determined by compatibility equation. So compatibility equation, later I will talk about the slope deflection equation. We have slope deflection equation. Okay, slope deflection equation, and in that slope deflection equation I will talk about what are the compatibility equation are available to find out the number of degree of freedom in a particular structure. If the number of available equation are not sufficient to find out the number of degree of freedom, then we have to what? We have to find out some additional equation in order to find out the additional degree of freedom in a particular structure. How many number of additional equation or additional compatibility equation are required, that is nothing but is called as kinematic indeterminacy of the structure. Okay, so that means what is saying, that means the number of unknown displacement component is greater than the number of compatibility equation. Means what? Mean independent displacement, if the displacement of a structure is greater than the available equation, then we can say the structure is kinematically indeterminate. If the number of displacement will be equal to the available equation, then we can call it as that the structure is statically determinate. Okay, if the number of displacement is less than the kinematic number of available equation, then I can call this statically, and this is not actually determined, it is when the structure is not physically possible. So what are the equation of compatibility? So the number of equation of compatibility is equal to the number of constraint imposed by the support condition and other factors such as inextensively of the member. So what are the number of equation? If you talk about the slope deflection method, okay, we are writing out the slope deflection method moment about point B. So how we are writing the moment, fixed moment at particular point A, plus this is 2 EI by L, okay, into this is 2 theta A plus 2 theta b minus 3 delta by L. So these are the theta A and theta B are actually called displacement, angular displacement, and delta is what called? Delta is called as, this one is called as linear displacement. So this one is called a compatibility equation to find out the number of degree of freedom in a particular structure. Okay, so how many compatibility equation we can establish based upon the how many number of additional degree of freedom actually exist in a particular structure. So independent displacement component or degree of freedom for different type of joint. I will talk about these things in later. Suppose there is a pin jointed plane frame. Pin jointed plane frame mean, suppose in case of truss, this is a pin jointed plane frame. So all these joints are pin jointed. So suppose this part is called hinge and this part is called roller. Okay, so now you can say here is rotation is actually not allowed. In truss, rotation is not allowed. Only the joint can move in linear direction. I mean, angular rotation is not restricted in this truss, but each joint it can move in translation manner. So if you talk about the first joint, so it can able to move in this direction, x direction, and this can y direction. So there is possibility all joint can move in y direction and x direction. When there is two translation, no angular rotation, angular displacement is not possible. There is only translation. So this is also we can translate in x and y. But a fix. So how many number of degree of freedom can be possible in this plane frame? 6. Total 6 can be possible. But how many we are restricting? We are restricting this one. Restricting by means of what? By means of support reaction. We are restricting it means of by means of support reaction. Okay, support reaction means these two independent translation cannot be possible because of the hinge. Okay, but here only the vertical is not possible, but linear it can move. The roller linear it can move. So how many actual degree of freedom available in this pin jointed plane frame? So this is 2. This one joint there is 2 things are there, and this one is 2. So total 3 degree of freedom can be possible in this particular pin jointed plane frame. So we can actually in degree of freedom means or how many number of independent displacement are there in a particular structure. Now you talk about the PACE, pin jointed space frames. Pin jointed space frame means actually in plane frame 2D this is 1x and y, 1y. So there is 2 translation. So in PACE frame there is z term will come into part. So there is 3 translation can be possible. Okay. So rigid joint of a plane frame. Rigid joint is plane frame. What? Rigid joint means what? Suppose this is a skeletal structure I am taking. Rigid jointed plane frame I am talking about. So these are the rigid joint. Okay, these are the rigid joint in this structure. So what is the independent number of displacement of this particular structure? Point 1. So it can move in this x direction and it can y direction, and also there is a angular rotation can be possible. So each joint there is a possibility they can actually translate the independent displacement. How many number? 3 number. So this is 3. Here also there is 1 x, there is 1 y, and 1 rotation. So there is also 3. So here also it can be possible x, and this is y, and this is moment. So here also it can be possible. This is x, and this is y, and this is angular deformation. Total how many? So this is 3. This is 3. So there is this is 12. 12 number can be possible, but how many we are restricting? We are restricting here by means of support. So there is 3 restricted. Here also 3 restricted. Minus 6. So independent how many possible? 6 can be possible in this skeletal structure. Means in 6 the 6 is the independent displacement of the structure. So basically we are talking about of a rigid joint of a space frame. Each joint there is 1 rotation and 2 translation. So 2 translation in x direction and y direction, and 1 rotation is possible. Okay. So rigid jointed space frame there is 3 rotation and 3 translation, 6 ways. So it can move in x direction, it can move in y direction, it can move in z direction. So it can rotate about this mx, so it can move at my, so it can mz. So there is total 6 independent displacement can be possible in rigid jointed of space frames. Okay, now you talk about what are the degree of freedom of different type of supports plane frames. So now you have to find out how the supports degree of freedom. Okay, different type of support you will know, fixed support, pin support, roller support. Okay, so first you see, if it is not visible, I am just zooming it. Okay, now I think it is visible. So now it is fixed support. Okay, so see, this one is fixed support. In fixed support, this is the point. So you tell me, is there any possibility that joint can be moved, because it is restriction are there, because the reaction force will develop in y direction, x direction, and a restricting moment. So this joint cannot be moved in translate, it cannot be moved in xy direction, or it cannot move in angular rotation. So there is both rotation and translation is restricted. So the number of degree of freedom for the fixed support is 0. Similarly, if you talk about the pin joint, so pin joint, what is, there is a restriction in x direction, there is a restriction in y direction. So there is a translation part is restricted in the case of pin support, but there is a rotation can be possible. The rotation can be possible in the case of pin support. So rotation is allowed. So number of degree of freedom for the pin support is how much? That is 1. Now you talk about the roller support. So roller support is what? Only y part is restricted. Y part cannot be moved. So there is a restriction in y movement, but it can move in x direction, and there is the angular deformation can also be allowed. So only one translation part is allowed and angular deformation. So the roller support has 2 degree of freedom. 2 degree of freedom means 1 rotation plus 1 linear deformation in x direction. Linear deformation in which direction? Now x direction. Okay. Now this is free end. Free end means what? So this end can be moved in x direction, can be moved in y direction, and there is a rotation also chance there. So this is also, this point also can move in x direction, in y direction there is also a rotation. So there is a, in free end there is a number of degree of freedom is 3. For free end number of degree of freedom is 3, means 2 linear x direction, y direction, and 1 angular displacement. So there is basically translation and angular displacement is possible, but translation it is actually in the form of x direction and y direction, and there is a angular displacement also is possible in the case of free end. Now you talk about the vertical shear support. Okay, this is called vertical shear support. So in this vertical shear support, x part is not actually restricted, and there is a rotation is restricted. Okay, so there is no movement of this point, or no movement of this support in this x direction, and angular deformation is restricted. So it can only move in which direction? It can only move in y direction. So there is only 1 degree of freedom for the vertical shear release support. So that is angular there is translation in y direction. Now horizontal shear release support. Horizontal release support means what? So here it can only possible to move in x direction, because here vertical is reaction will be developed, so it cannot move in vertical direction, and one moment will be developed, so it cannot be, the angular deformation can be restricted in the case of horizontal shear release support. So it is only there is a 1 degree of freedom in x direction. So there is 1 degree of freedom in x direction. Okay, I hope it is clear to you now. So now let's proceed to next part. So actually if you define okay, so degree of kinematic indeterminacy, now if you talk about, so degree of kinematic indeterminacy, now again I am actually recalling all this thing what actually I said. I write in short note, so you can read, and I can also provide this PDF in the description part of the link. You can download this one. So degree of kinematic indeterminacy, what? This is the degree of freedom. We can better is called as, this is what? This is the independent displacement or degree of freedom. That is simply, we can, somebody will ask what is kinematic indeterminacy? You can, the degree of freedom in a particular structure. Okay, so what do you mean by degree of freedom? You tell me the total number of possible joint displacement. Okay, what do you mean by this degree of freedom? So what do you mean by degree of freedom? That is actually total number of possible joint displacement taking place in a given structure. Okay, how many possible joint displacement can be possible? So that is called as degree of freedom. Okay, so now kinematic indeterminacy means what? How many number of additional equation how many number of additional equation required in the form of equilibrium equation apart from the compatibility equation. Apart from the compatibility, how many additional equation are required? That is called as degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Okay, so what is the additional equation? Suppose this is the beam. Okay, this is a continuous beam, and suppose you want to write down the slope deflection equation. So slope deflection equation you can write down the MBA. So this is MBA. So this is fixed moment at BA plus this is 2EI by L plus 2 theta B plus 2 theta A. Okay. So similarly, if you write out MBC, that is fixed moment at BC plus 2 EIL plus 2 theta B plus theta C. Similarly, if you write out MCB, so M fixed moment at CB plus 2 EIL plus 2 theta C plus 2 theta B. So these are actually called as compatibility equation. Okay. So additional equation required is how much? So additional equation we can write down the total moment MBC plus MBA. So this is, so this moment, this here total MBC and this MBA, total moment will be equal to 0. Similarly, if you draw the bending moment diagram, moment about the CB, because this is the hinge part, so I can add this moment about the CB will be equal to 0. Bending moment diagram if you draw, we can find out that one. Okay. So now these are actually called as additional equation required in the form of equilibrium equation apart from the compatibility equation. So what is the kinematic indeterminacy of the structure? That is 2. How many additional equation you can establish apart from the compatibility equation? That is called as kinematic indeterminacy of the structure. So now you talk about the pin jointed plain truss. Okay, this pin jointed plain truss, all joints are pinned. Okay, so there is, I already told you, there is angular displacement is restricted. So only what will happen, there is only translation part is allowed. Okay, translation part is allowed, but it can move in which direction? It can move in x direction or it can move in y direction. There is only translation part is allowed. So each joint can move in x direction and it can move y direction. So this is all x direction, this is also y direction. So this is also x direction, this can also move in y direction. So this also can in x direction, this can also in move y direction. So similarly, all joint there is a possibility they can move in x and y direction. So free translation for each joint is how much? Free translation for each joint is 2 into j. For each joint 2 translation, so free translation is 2 into j. So now if you talk about what is the actually kinematic indeterminacy, means how much independent, actually how much total joint displacement. So here is suppose number of joint display, total number of joint, this is the total number of joint. So how many total possible independent displacement will be there in this structure? So total joint displacement, how many total joint displacement can be possible? That is 2 times into j. Okay, but how many restriction are there? So restriction is what? Restriction due to support reaction, restriction due to supports. So how many restriction are there? So you can see this is one restriction, this is second restriction, and this is third. Total restriction is how much? Suppose this is R. Okay, restriction is R. So how many actually in total independent joint displacement after the restriction? Okay, that is actually 2j minus R. This is total displacement, how many restricted, how many remaining. Like what you have 10 rupees, 5 rupees you have actually spent, how many rupees you have left? This is 5. So similar to total independent displacement is 2 times j. Out of this, these are the restricted part. These 3 joint, this joint cannot move in this direction, this joint cannot move in this direction, this joint cannot move in this direction. So total independent equation you can find out. So dk, this is kinematic indeterminacy of a structure, is 2j minus R for pin jointed plane frame. So now I told you pin jointed space truss, so this can be moved this can actually move in x direction and y direction and z direction. So the kinematic indeterminacy of a structure is, for space truss, this is 3j minus r, because there is total independent displacement will be equal to 3 times into j. Okay, now you talk about the pin jointed plane frame. So pin jointed plane frame, so each joint there is a possibility it can move in x direction, it can move in y direction, and there is a rotation is allowed. Okay, similarly it can move in x direction, this can y direction, and rotation is allowed. Here also x direction, y direction, and rotation is allowed. So in this joint x direction, y direction, and rotation is allowed. So how many, each joint, how many ways it can actually displace? So 3 ways. So each joint has a 3 way. Total number of joint is j, I mean total number of independent displacement how much? 3 into j. Okay, so how many restriction? Number of support reaction, how many? So this is kinematic indeterminacy in the case of rigid jointed plane frame. Rigid jointed plane frame is 3j minus r. Okay, so this is the independent degree of freedom is 3j. How many constraint are there? How many constraint are there? That will be equal to support reaction. Okay, so now if most of the objective question, it will say the members are axially rigid. If we talk about the members are axially rigid, means the member cannot move along its longitudinal direction. Okay, along its longitudinal direction the member is axially rigid. Okay, so what you have to do, you just minus the how many numbers are member in that particular structure. So what you have to do, you have to dk will be equal to 3j minus r, and you count the number of members, you do the minus m. Okay, so this is called number of members. So if you take the minus into bracket, so this is actually 3j minus r plus m. Okay, so rigid jointed space frame, so the space frame it can move in 3 actually linear movement, linear translation, and 3 angular translation are there. So the rigid jointed space frame kinematic indeterminacy will be equal to 6j minus r. Okay, so if like that, if member are axially rigid, it will say, so you do that 6j minus r minus m. M is the number of member present in the particular structure. So dk will be what? 6j minus r m r plus m, if you take minus into common. Now this is very important. Okay, this is very important. You just make concentration here. Suppose this is the rigid joint. Okay, so basic part, this is a rigid joint. So this structure, first I am talking about the C, this one. So this is a rigid jointed. So this rigid joint move in which way? So one actually x direction, one y direction, one angular deformation. And the angular, as is a rigid joint, all members actually rotate to same degree, same amount. Okay, so if you talk about how many degree of freedom are there of this joint, so there is the number of degree of freedom is x, y, and theta. Total degree of freedom of this rigid joint is 3. Okay, now if the joint all members are meeting at this particular joint, this is one case 2. So this is the rigid joint. I am talking about this one joint. So there is also, as this is a rigid joint, all member rotate to same amount. So there is all members have 1 degree of freedom, I can say. So there is a basically 2 translation, 1 rotation, and this rotation is same in every part. This beam and column, in every part this rotation is same. So total degree of freedom I can say here also 3. Okay, total degree of freedom I can say also here is 3. Now you take the case number 3. Now you see this one, case number 3. So suppose there is a flexural hinge will be there. So there is a flexural hinge will be there. So what will happen? All the members have different angular rotation. So this member has a different angular rotation, this member has a different angular rotation, and this member also have different angular displacement or rotation. So there is one x direction translation can be possible, this joint, one y direction, in addition to 3 different angular rotation can be additionally it can possible. Okay, so it allows the independent rotation of the member meeting at the joint. Okay, so there is 2 translation are there in x direction and this is in y direction, but in addition to there is 3 independent angular rotation are there. For flexural hinge there is 5 degree of freedom are possible. So flexural hinge there is 5 degree of freedom are possible if the hinge is meeting at this point. Okay, is the meeting, all the members are meeting at the flexural hinge. But if you see the case 4, if the flexural hinge at some distance from this one, the rigid joint, this one is rigid joint, but this one is called flexural hinge, this one is called flexural hinge. Suppose this is at some distance, it is present in the member. Now you see, this the rigid joint, this member can rotate, this member can rotate, this member also can rotate, but this hinge is very near to this rigid joint. Okay, so this joint, you can see there is one independent rotation, okay, one x direction and y direction, okay, and there is a rotation of this member, there is a rotation is there theta, okay, but this is same, so this is how, but this member will rotate at different, that is theta 1. So here this rotation and this rotation are not same, okay, flexural hinge is present. So how many actually degree of freedom? See, this is in x direction translation, this is y direction translation, and this is the rotation in the case of theta, and this is the theta 1 is the rotation due to the flexural hinge. So degree of freedom is how much? 4. Okay, this is called independent rotation in case of flexural hinge. So total degree of freedom in the case of flexural hinge is it, if it is present in between the member, is how much? This is 4, degree of freedom will form. Similarly, take the case number 5, if there is a axial hinge is present, so this, see, axial hinge present means this member can move independently in x direction, this member also can be moved independently in y direction, but it can only move in, because axial hinge, the axial force cannot be transferred. To take the example of piston, so piston, one part is moving, another part is moving, they are actually not interconnected, they are there is independently they will move. So linear translation will come 3 in x direction, linear translation will come 2 in the case of x direction. So in the case of x direction, what is the linear translation? 1 and 2. But there is also y, but in y direction the structure can move in as a whole, the y direction the structure can move as a whole. So in this is the translation in y direction. So y direction the translation is 3. Okay, and there is a rotation is allowed in this case. So angular deformation, angular rotation is, this is 4. So how many total degree of freedom? So see, this is 1, actually these are the x part degree of freedom, this is the y, and this is the rotation. Total degree of freedom will be 4. So the total degree of freedom will be in the case of axial hinge is 4. Okay, so horizontal movement is independent, they will not depend, but the rotation and the y distance movement is dependent. Now you take the example of shear hinge. So shear hinge, see, shear hinge, this there is a independent actually movement in y direction. So this member can move independently in this direction, this also can independent, these are not actually interconnected. Okay, so you can take the example of shear hinge in the case of bridge. In the case of bridge, when you are moving the one part of the slab or one part of the deck slab is called, so that slab is not interconnected with another part, so they are actually independently moving in y direction. In y direction there is 2 actually movement, so independent movement is 2. Okay, so this is in y direction and this is also in y direction. Okay, but the x movement is dependent, so x direction there is only one movement, so x direction is one movement, and there is also one rotation is possible, so rotation will be 1. So how many is actual degree of freedom? In the case of shear hinge, total degree of freedom will be equal to 4 in the case of shear hinge. So I will provide you with it as a formula, but you should understand the basic part. Now flexural hinge, see, so this member, suppose there is a flexural hinge present, so this member has an independent rotation, which are in flexural hinge the moment cannot be transferred. So I take the example of our elbow is the example of flexural hinge. If you rotate one part of your hand, the moment cannot be transferred to other part, you can independently you can move. But you can take the example of your knee, in the leg of your knee, that is also flexural hinge. If you move one part, moment is not transferred to another motor, but load can be transferred, so y direction one actually independent rotation, but in x this rotation take into the part rotation there is 2 independent rotation. If you move take the example of linear translation in x direction, there is also 1, it can move in one way, and y also you take the independent displacement, that is also it can move. So total degree of freedom in the case of flexural hinge also it is 4. Okay, so this is the thing I am talking about. Now you take the example of these two. So example of 2, then I will provide you formula. So now you see the example of fixed beam. Okay, fixed beam, how many joints are there? This is one joint, this is another joint. So this is a rigid jointed plane frame, but it is open frame configuration. So if you talk about the formula, so this is 3j minus r. How many joints are there? This is suppose one joint and there is two joint. So number of joint is 2. So if you put this one, this is 3 into 2 minus how many reaction? So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is actually 4, this is 5 and 6 reaction. So how many reaction are there? This is 6. So this is 0. So fixed beam has degree of kinematic indeterminacy is 0. Okay, but ds, static indeterminacy is 3. Static indeterminacy, if you talk about, that is m plus r minus 3j ds. If you find out, that is coming out to be, means static indeterminacy is talking about means how many unknown reaction are available. Kinematic indeterminacy means the structure cannot move in any direction, neither it can move in translation way nor it can move in angular way. Okay, there is both restriction are movement, angular restriction and translation part is restricted in this particular structure. I hope it is clear. Okay, so now you see one thing we can establish, if the kinematic indeterminacy of the structure decreases, means that static indeterminacy of the structure increases, and the conclusion we can draw from this was the structure is more stable. Okay, the structure is more stable, means if the static indeterminacy of a structure is increasing, the structure is more stable, more stability of a structure is increases. Now you take the example of a simply supported beam. So simply supported beam, now use this formula dk. Dk is how much? This is 3j minus r. How many number of joint? This is one joint, so this is one joint. Okay, and this is two joint. Two joint are there, so this is 3 into 2 minus how many reaction are there? So this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. So number of reaction will be how much? This is 3. So this is 3. Can you show that one in the beam? Interviewer will ask you in the interview, can you show me the degree of freedom in the particular structure? Yes, I can show you. So here is linear translation is restricted, so it can move in angular displacement. This is one actually possible case of degree of freedom. In the case of this joint is concerned, one joint is concerned, and these two joint, so there is one actually linear movement, this one linear movement in this direction, okay, this x direction, and there is a angular rotation will be possible in the case of in the point number 2. So this is 1, this is 2 angular deformation, angular rotation, so 2 angular displacement, 1 linear displacement are there. So interviewer, in interview they will ask you, show me the degree of freedom in the structure. So you have to show that one, how many linear displacement, how many angular displacement are there, because that the total degree of kinematic indeterminacy what you are finding out, that is a summation of linear translation part and angular part. So you have to show that one in the particular structure. Now I am giving you this one as a degree of freedom in the typical joint. You take this one as a formula. Okay, so I told you, so suppose this is a typical joint is there. Okay, suppose I am talking about this joint. Okay, this joint is what? So this joint can be moved, I already told you, in x direction, in y direction and in rotation. Okay, so there is a degree of freedom will be 3. How many? So delta x, del y, linear translation and theta. So theta same for all member. I am talking about this joint or this joint, any joint you can take. Okay, now you talk about hinge, internal hinge as there. Okay, but this is not actually present in the member. So this hinge actually present at some distance away from the rigid joint. So rigid joint there is how many actually there? So it can move in x direction, it can move in y direction, and rotation is there theta. But here another independent rotation will be there, which is actually different than theta, the theta 1. So how many total independent rotation or independent displacement will be there? Total is 4. So delta x, delta y, 2 linear translation, delta x, delta y, and 2 numbers of rotation are there, theta and theta 1, theta and theta 1, 2 numbers of rotation. Okay, so one rotation for horizontal members and component rotation of vertical. So this vertical member it can rotate like this. This is the theta, okay, and this one theta 1. this vertical member rotation theta and this horizontal member rotation is theta 1. Now if the hinge is present in this one, member connecting member, all members are actually meeting at the particular joint, the hinge. So all member, I told you, all members can rotate different. So this is theta 1, or this is theta 2, or this is theta 1, theta 3, okay, and there is a 2 translation are there, x and y direction. So how many are there? So there is total 5 number of degree of freedom are possible, okay. So delta and delta x y and 3 numbers of rotation. 3 number rotation where they will ask you. So 3 member are connected to the hinge, we will have 3 different rotation, you tell them, okay. So there is the rotation will be different, 3 angular rotation and 2 translation are there. Now suppose they will talk about so they will talk about this one. I think this one is a shear hinge, this is a flexural hinge, okay. This one is a flexural hinge. So in the flexural hinge there is 2 rotation will be there. So this is theta 1 and this will be theta 2. So there is 2 rotation and there is 2 translation will be there. So this is example of flexural hinge, okay. So there is total degree of freedom how much? 4. So delta and del x are 2 numbers of actually translation in x and y direction. In addition to that 2 numbers of rotation are possible, okay. This is a axial hinge, okay. So this is axial hinge. You just see the diagram because diagram is required. There is exam in always it will not say this is axial hinge, this is a shear hinge, this is a moment hinge. So I have to see the picture. You can assume that this is a axial hinge or this is a shear hinge, okay. So this axial hinge, axial hinge what? There is 2 independent linear translation in x direction. Piston, example is piston, okay, but it can move in y direction 1 as a whole and there is angular rotation will be theta. So how many degree of freedom? 4. Which are there are 2 numbers of del x and del y and 1 rotation is possible, okay. So del x, del y and 4, okay. So now you take the example of shear hinge. Shear hinge, there is it can move in y direction independently, okay. So it can move in y direction independently and 1 x direction, 1 rotation. How many total? 4. Which one? So delta x, 2 numbers of del y, 2 numbers of del y and 1 rotation. There is 2 numbers of del x, okay, and 1 del y and 1 rotation, okay. I hope it is clear. You just take, I will provide this PDF and description part, you can download this one. Now one example I talk about, yes, you just solve this question. Next class I will solve this question, you solve this question. So this is a rigid jointed plane frame. So if you want to find out the kinematic indeterminacy of this one, 3j minus r, how many number of joints are there? So this is 1, okay, this is actually 2 and this is 3 and this is 4. So 4 joints are there. How many reaction are there? Sir, reaction are, this is 3 reaction will be there. This is vertical, this is horizontal and this is an anticlockwise moment. There is 3 and here also there is a vertical and there is a horizontal and there. So total sir reaction 6, okay. So now can you find out? Yes sir, I can find out. So dk will be how much? Sir, this is 3 into j is 4 and minus 6, okay. So this is 12 minus 6, this is 6, okay. This kinematic indeterminacy is 6. Can you show me in that figure? Yes sir, I can show you. So tell me, sir, actually this joint can move in x direction, this joint can move in y direction and there is a angular deformation will be there. Also this joint can move in x direction, this joint can move in y direction and there is a angular deformation. So these are 6 independent displacement of this 2 joint, okay, fine. Now you tell me, if the members are axially rigid, how many kinematic indeterminacy are available? Yes sir, I can tell you. So dk will be equal to this dk of minus how many members are there. So dk is how much? 6. How many members are there? This is 1, 2, 3. So 3. So 3. If the members will be axially rigid, then the total number of kinematic indeterminacy will be 3. Okay, 3. Okay. So your concept clear. Thank you. So thank you all for today. So in the next class I will talk about. So thank you all for this watching, okay, and this video will be available in Civil IQ channel. This video also available will be Civil IQ channel. You can share and like this video, okay. So thank you all. So have a good day. In next time when we will meet, I will come with some interesting question. We'll solve that question, get previous year, IS previous year. I hope the concept is clear now. If you have any doubt, you can contact me through this WhatsApp number. Okay, I am ready to help, because serve to all, serve to God. That is the slogan is there. If you serve someone, you are indirectly serving the God to all. So thank you. Have a good day. Bye. So